Nick Herbig, I think he needs to have a big season. I think he needs to have a ton of snaps. First of all, I think he's going to have a big season, and I think he needs to get even more snaps. So, first off, how good is he? How good is he going to be? Yeah, I think Nick Herbig is very good. I think he's very good. Now, in the preseason, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We know what preseason football means. But against the Steelers during practice, in the joint practices that we've had, Nick Herbig has been doing his thing, people. He literally has been doing his thing. And we saw flashes of it last year during the season. So how good is he? You know, he had 27 tackles, 3 sacks last year. I think it looks better this year. I think it looks better. So here's the thing. What does a good season from Nick Herbig look like? You know, what would you project and think, hey, if he has a good season, number one, how? But what does it look like? So let's take a look here. So coming in as a relief guy, if everything stays the same and he's just coming in as a backup, I think he's got to do some stuff. I think 36 tackles, 38 tackles and 6 sacks, I think that's what it's got to look like. I really believe that's what it's got to look like. And then you look at if he's a starter, a full-time starter, what it looks like. Yeah, 56 tackles, 31 solo, but 8 sacks. Yeah, I believe. Now, granted, he's playing behind 2 guys that are very, very good. TJ Watt is, number one, the best defensive player in the world. And Alex Highsmith is really good. I don't think he gets a lot of credit, but Alex Highsmith is a very good football player. Very good. He's not average. Very good football player. And Nick Herbig is behind both of them. But I do believe that Herbig's got to be able to press for more time, and I think he will. And we'll get into some of the reasons why. But I think he's going to press for more time this season, if nothing else, to keep those guys fresh and not drop off in production that much. Not drop off in production that much. Can he unseat Alex Highsmith out there? I don't know. But let's take a look at some of the stuff. This is what happened last year. Take a look at the graph there. 27 tackles, 3 sacks, like we said. Highsmith, 57 tackles, 7 sacks. But if you remember, we projected what it would look like if he was an actual starter. So we took a look at that. If we look at that chart and see him as a starter, they're basically the same player. Yeah, man, they're the same player. And this is why I've said if Nick Herbig can up his game this season, there is no chance that Alex Highsmith will be on the Steelers next year. Now, I know what you're saying. Come on, Big B, you're nuts. Hey, man, if you can pay a guy way less money, and we know Alex Highsmith got paid last year, so he's making a lot. If we can pay a guy way less money for the same production, why wouldn't you do that when you know you've got to spend some money on the offensive side of the football? And that's not saying that Alex Highsmith is not a good player. I just finished telling you that he's a very good player. He is. But other teams know that too. So you can't keep everybody. You just can't. And if you can find the production for less, you do that. Does that mean that you're not going to have to pay Nick Herbig sooner or later? Sure you are. But you don't have to do it next year or even the year after that. So why not get the same production for a lot less money? You can do that. You absolutely can do that. And I believe that they will. And again, all predicated. Got to have a good season. Got to have a good season. Can't be half-assing it out there. But I don't think he will. So let's get to the poll, people. Let's take a look at the poll question. So the poll here is, do you believe that Nick Herbig will take over the starting role from Alex Highsmith by year's end? A, no, not a chance. B, only if Highsmith is injured. C, yes, within the season. Or D, yes, but not until after the season. So please leave your answers in the comments. Look, like I mentioned before, I think Alex Highsmith is an outstanding football player. But you just can't keep everybody. If Nick Herbig shows that he can come in and produce at the same level, Alex Highsmith is getting traded before the draft next year or on draft day. That's going to happen. And yeah, come on, Big B. I know. Why would you give away a pass rusher like that? Because we need offensive players. That's why. That's why. We need more draft pick. We need to spend more money on the offensive side of the football. That's why. So you got to give a little to get a little. And that would be the thing. And if Herbig can give you the same type of production for way less money, then that's just what you do. Sorry. Not that we don't like Highsmith, but if Herbig has a big season or equally as good a season as Highsmith, I'm telling you right now, Highsmith will be traded in the offseason because there are teams that need his services that we could get a third-round draft pick for. That absolutely. Probably could have done that this year, but we don't know for a fact that Herbig can put out the same type of production. If he does that this year, that's the avenue that the Steelers will go. I guarantee it. And they should go that route. So, all right, people. Next up, look, it's halftime. I just want to thank everybody, man. Everybody for just giving us the support. I always mention at the top of the show that we are the fastest growing Steelers channel on YouTube, and it's the truth, and it's because of you guys. Here is our weekly schedule. Obviously, it's going to be pretty fluid based on when games happen for the Steelers this season, but take a look at that schedule right there. Main thing on this, look at that number at the bottom, 412-444-8390. 412-444-8390. I told you all before, this is the rant line. Give Steelers Almighty a call. Leave your name, not even your number. Just leave your name, your email address, where you're calling from, and your YouTube username. And we will play you on this podcast. We will play it on this podcast, and I will respond to what you were saying, man. Good, bad, indifferent. Just make sure you guys are calling in. Make sure you're calling in. Now, another thing is we've been getting a ton of support through the super chats. Look, Capricorn Steel has sent us some. We appreciate everything that you guys have done, man. That obviously it helps support the channel. And anything that you guys want to do, that's one way to do it. There's several others, but we definitely appreciate anybody that's sending us super chats because, again, it just helps us be able to put the show out there for you guys. So thank you again for all of that. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and definitely leave those comments because we love going back and forth with you. So